A student came to me this week with a question. How do you maintain your passion for music? This sentiment of losing the joy of learning music is extremely common in music school students, and it usually pops up around the student's third or fourth semester, and that's how I would explain it. Imagine your experiences with music are stored in one of two jars. Okay, one jar is labeled have to do and the other is labeled want to do. While we go through our busy day, our brain cannot passively store an idea in both jars at the same time. Music schools usually operate with heavily structured programs. A rigid school system gives you the benefit of weekly structure and routine, but there is a side effect that comes with it. Gradually, you're likely to associate most of your musical experiences with the have to jar. The fact you want to study music and therefore became a student just doesn't translate to short-term memory. The tragedy of that, if you ask me, is that people blame themselves for feeling that way. Like they just don't want it badly enough, which is simply wrong. Applying moral value to the concept of willpower or motivation is one of the biggest mistakes we make when studying or teaching anything. By that logic, our value is measured by how much we're willing to suffer, which isn't a learning notion, it's a religious one. I cannot stress this enough, this isn't a matter of motivation. It's just conditioning that's created from the way institutions are formatting their programs. Think about it like this. Your relationship with music is a lot like a romantic relationship. If you only communicate with your partner when one of you needs the other to do something, the relationship would quickly become utilitarian and would lose its passion due to the weight of your most common experiences. So how do you free your relationship from that loop? In one word, agency. You even the odds by creating experiences that aren't rooted in obligation. You take a vacation, just the two of you. You do something new, something different you don't usually do together. You dedicate time and attention to nourishing the relationship. You can do the same things in your relationship with music. Here are a few ideas. Idea number 1. Go to a concert. Even if it's not an artist or a style you particularly like, your brain will not associate that with the have to jar because you are the one who initiated it. Idea number 2. Go on a date with a piece of music. Now, what do I mean by that? Take a song that you like, listen to it, and ask questions about it. Dive deeply into understanding the lyrics and the arrangement. Allow yourself to be present and curious, not for the sake of theory, but from a human perspective. Actually listen. No grade, no failure state, just you and the music. Idea number 3. Play around with an instrument that's completely new to you. Explore it like a child, just to see what would happen. See what you can discover. Idea number 4. Before going to class or doing your assignments, spend time actively reminding yourself why this assignment is helping you achieve something you want. This would bring your bigger picture aspirations to the front of your consciousness. For example, practicing 4-part harmony writing is going to help me write for cool new instruments or ensembles. Developing my relative hearing would allow me to play that opening song from that anime I've been binging. To sum up, when you study in a rigid program, your musical experiences automatically go to the have to jar. It requires dedicating time and taking action to divert the experience to the want to jar. It's basically the difference between love as a description of a feeling and love as the description of an action. In a romantic relationship, it might appear as, today's really busy, but still, what can I do to make her day better? What act of love would she appreciate? Loving actively over time enhances the level of care and intimacy within the relationship, and music is no different. This isn't fake it till you make it, mind you. It's more of a you are what you eat kind of a thing. So nurture your learning through curiosity and enact agency. Because remember, your relationship with music is shaped by the sum of your experiences with it and the jar they go into.